Hey there, hi there, it's me, Priscilla B, and this is my mental health awareness seminar. And I created this PowerPoint presentation for you today. So, welcome and sit back, relax, and I hope you enjoy. Alrighty, so getting in there, making power moves, um, you know, raising awareness to mental health, um, sitting in a quiet, relaxed place that you feel most comfortable, that's important right now. So, getting into a place where you're relaxed and you're comfortable is important. So, I'm going to give you a few seconds to find a quiet place where you feel relaxed enough to sit down and really soak in what's going to come next. Okay, so I'm going to give you a few seconds. All right. So, this is the month of May, and I thought I would honor those members of our community by um, sharing a little bit about my knowledge and understanding of what mental health awareness is. Um, so, um, I don't know if you know this about me or not, but I've been, you know, in some, not so great environments before where there have been like situations that were out of my control. And so I've had to learn new skills in order to get myself into an environment that actually is safe and, uh, well, basically a place where you feel comfortable enough to exist. Um, and sometimes that can be easier said than done because there's so many outside influences that can affect where your environment is and like how you can leave one environment and go to another environment. You know, most of the time people say, like, well, you're not in a great situation, so get yourself out of this situation and, I'll be there to support you. But it becomes something that's a lot bigger than just saying the words. It becomes something that's more about like actually having the necessary assets, if you will, to actually move to a different environment. If you're in a bad environment during the winter, you can't live, you can't live outside, basically, is what I'm saying. Like, you have to have another warm shelter to live in. So it's good to have support. It's good to have a network of people that love you and care for you and support you in times of need. That being said, though, there's one thing that nobody ever likes to talk about, but is a huge major factor when it comes to um, getting support, and that's finances. Because let's face it, it costs money to relocate, it costs money to have a new place to live if you're not comfortable in the place you're currently living in. So that's why I think it's important that people who do accumulate wealth um, learn to share their money, learn to share it. It's some basic, elementary skill right there. Comes with morals and ethics, and comes with having a strong moral compass and sense of being an actual supportive member in community versus not. So if you're an actually supportive member of community, then you're actually actively sharing and distributing your resources, and that
Mommy,
includes
can I tell
money.
you something?
Yeah, sure.
Raycon helps you, can it let you listen to audio, and also has audio and let you call someone at the push of a button.
Yes,
And
that's
if you
right.
type in /buyraycon.com/Lauren Z-Side, you get a 50% off.
Oh, cool.
By the way, Lauren Z-Side is a YouTuber who sponsors Raycon a lot in her videos.
That's awesome. Shout out to Lauren Z. What is it?
Side.
Lauren Z Side.
Yeah.
Shout out to Lauren Z Side if you're watching this, YouTuber.
She's a very famous YouTuber.
That's awesome.
And she has galaxy hair, and she has purple hair.
I love purple hair. So, if more people, like rich billionaires and stuff like that, if they were like, building housing for, single moms or families that are struggling and facing financial difficulties, if there were more rich people, with some extra pocket change, that was distributing their wealth and building or buying up buildings and things like that, and like letting people live there till they can, accumulate the wealth that they need to support themselves. That would be the best solution for everybody. And so I feel like that does contribute a lot to mental health, because like if you don't want to live in a situation that you're in, or you don't know how to deal with this, or you're not getting the support you need, and you need another place to stay, and you don't have that place, and you don't have the resources to go to that place, then that can lead to a lot of like mental health problems, stress, depression, because you feel trapped, you feel isolated, and you can't escape. So I think it's important to bring that awareness to our community, because people who have a lot of money need to be buying up properties and building homes for people, that where they can live while working and saving up. If they're not making enough money to afford a place to live, then there should be free housing for them, and there needs to be more of that. That's what I believe, anyway. So I'm making moves in order to make that a reality, to be one of those people that can, build homes or buy properties to house people going through hard times, so they can save up while they're living there rent free, or at a major discount, whatever works, right? So yeah, so one step I'm doing in order to help with that is like getting my real estate license, so that I can learn all the laws and regulations in regards to buying properties, selling properties, leasing properties, renting properties, all those fun things. And then eventually one day I will hopefully be able to buy up properties, and hopefully, I can be that person that's, if someone calls me and says, hey, look, like I'm lost my job, I'm going through a hard time, I don't have money to, like, I can't afford my rent or whatever, like, or I got kicked out of my parents' house and I don't have a place to stay, then I can be like, here is this, wonderful new home for you, like, make it yours. It's yours. It's a gift for you, and enjoy it. And I think that there are a lot of people out there in the world who are doing that, and those people are amazing, wonderful people. And there needs to be more people like that, because I do think that's a huge, major factor. Homelessness is a huge, or the fear of homelessness is a huge, major factor that segues right into mental health. Um, so, and mental illness. So, there's a lot of different things that can contribute to mental illness. I think that's one huge one. That's my introduction to how I feel about it and how I am actively working in my community to hopefully help lessen the toll of mental illness in society and in my community. Alrighty, so moving forward, we have Yoda. Yes, I love Yoda. Okay, so Yoda is a wise one. We all know this, okay? Yoda is um, life, right? um, so may the force be with you, right? This might be a time of struggle for you. So let's join forces together to overcome our obstacles. Okay, guys, we can do this. We got this. Okay, let's be Jedis together. Alrighty. Um, you know, um, there's gonna be definitely some struggles out there. We all know this is real. Just covered a huge, big, giant one. Um, but let's not go at this alone, right? Like, let's go at this together. Um, big shout out to friends, family, all of you who you know are loving and caring and showing support every single day. Um, you know, and I think there's a lot of, you know, obstacles out there that happen every day. Your car breaks down, your washer breaks. Currently my washer is broken. um your dishwasher floods because the plumbing is all like messed up or backed up or whatever. There are all these different things. There are all these different obstacles. There are all these struggles that we face. And these can lead to stress, okay? And take a deep breath. Let it out. So, stress is not good for you, right? Because it makes you tired, it makes you irritable, it makes you not want to get out of bed in the morning, it makes you forget to eat, it makes you forget to drink plenty of water, it makes you forget how to take care of yourself. And it's kind of like a catch 22, because like you're trying to take care of yourself by like going to work, getting money to pay your bills and everything and what have you, but then your car breaks down. And you're like, how am I going to get to work now, right? And it's not free, right? Labor's not free, but then we hear these stories about people like who have these mechanics, and like, for example, this one mechanic like offered to do a payment plan with my brother because my brother didn't have all the money up front. And so my brother was like, yes, okay, I got like a break on this. Yes, awesome. But then he went back to get his car, and the mechanic was like, nope, I changed my mind. I want all the money up front before I give you your car. But how is my brother supposed to get to work to get the money? So now he's got to like ask for a ride to work, right? Which, you know what I'm saying? So let's not be like that. Let's not be on the dark side, okay? Let's be on the light side. Let's be on the Jedi side, okay? Like, we need to channel our inner Yodas, if you will. And we really need to be the better person in these situations. Like, there's nothing wrong with doing a payment plan, okay? That is the right thing to do. And sticking by that code, code of ethics, and that sticking by your moral compass leading you straight to the north, like straight forward. I got this. I'm going to be a nice person about this. That's what you need to do. That's what you need to like refocus on and realign yourself with, is channeling your inner Yoda and letting the stress go. Um, so we all know that like your car breaking down and not getting to work and not having the money to fix your car and then having to spend money on now taking possibly like a cab or an Uber or Lyft, that all is like a ripple effect, right? And it isn't until you catch a break, until someone helps you out, that you can like get back, in line again with your natural flow. So, all of these things are connected. Everything is interconnected. And like, we need to be better people. We need to treat other people like with kindness and stuff. Because if we don't, they are going to feel pretty shitty and they're going to not feel good about themselves. And then that can lead to heightened stress, which can lead to illnesses, which can then, of course, lead to mental illness. So if we're all just like a little bit nicer to people, we're a little bit kinder, and we all just take, the higher road when it comes to certain situations, and we just act on behalf of kindness and all that is good in the world, if we just act on this greater, bigger concept of just being like an amazing superhero, then the world is going to be a better place. Because if we're all going in with this like Yoda mindset every single day, then we're going to like let that like flow outward and like touch so many lives. So that's what we need to be doing, okay? So channel your inner Yoda, and let's join forces. Let's try to overcome these obstacles together. Let's do payment plans with people, okay? Let's not try to rip off people. Let's do payment plans, okay? Let's be flexible. Let's think of the bigger concept here. Is my concept to just like completely like cut out all kindness and love and what is like good and like pure in this world? No, it's not. Okay? Like, channel your inner Yoda, right? And remember, you're not alone, okay? There are other Yodas out there like you, like me, for instance. So we can just join forces and work together. And that will, in turn, hopefully start a ripple effect of, you know, curing the, mental illness like epidemic that's out there. Okay, I love this picture. So I am going to go over 10 steps that I think everyone should apply to their lives in order to focus themselves on doing what makes them happy, what makes them feel good. If you're somebody who does have mental illness, I'm not a licensed psychologist, so this is not like licensed like advice. Okay, this is all just like my own opinions that I have formed over time, over many years of just life experience. Okay, like I did suffer from depression when I was 16, and I've gone through a lot of different situations that were not pleasant, which were very traumatic. So these are my opinions, and how you can better your life, how you can refocus and think, how that you can heal yourself, how you can love yourself, how you can keep yourself in check and in a line so you don't slip into some kind of mental illness. So this is all unsolicited advice. So if you want, feel free to get paper and a pen and take some notes. Yeah, okay, so diving in, first one on the list of how to take care of yourself is create a safe learning space for yourself. Okay, so this is a space where you're going to be learning how to love yourself, how to respect yourself, how to overcome obstacles, and things like that. You can do this like through meditation, you can do this through learning a new skill and things like that. So it's really important. The first thing it's really important to do, though, is to set time for yourself so you can touch base on how you are feeling and have time to prepare yourself for your day ahead. So basically, what that means is like make sure that there's a time during the day that you're focusing on yourself. You know, you're not focusing on the dirty dishes, you're not focusing on the dirty clothes, you're not focusing on your home being a mess or whatever, your bills being due. You're focusing on you and loving yourself and nurturing yourself and doing something that really brings you a lot of light and joy. Okay, so finding that time is important. For instance, my youngest daughter just went down for a nap, so I'm taking advantage of that quiet time to do this presentation for you, for example. So that's an example. So, number 2, encourage yourself to do small tasks like going for a walk in nature, getting a cup of coffee, tea, or other beverage to take with you on your walk. Staying hydrated is important. I can't emphasize that enough. If you're not staying hydrated, that will lead to tiredness, that will lead to like more stress. You know, caffeine in certain amounts is okay, but don't overdo it. Like, I don't advise you to drink like a Monster or like a Red Bull or something like that, because like that kind of beverage is not like healthy for you. So this isn't like something that like if you're the kind of person that takes like a Red Bull to work or a Monster or like whatever to work with you, like take that to work with you, but like don't take it on your walk when you're like going, because it's important for you to just be like soothing, relaxing, chill, like okay. And then empowering yourself comes from learning small principles like creativity and independence. So maybe you are like, maybe you have a roommate, or maybe you live with a sibling, or maybe you live with a partner, but I advise you to go on this walk in nature by yourself. Okay, like, and imagine like in Star Wars, A New Hope, I think it was that one, when Yoda is teaching Luke and they're in the swamp, he encourages Luke to be like meditating on his own, right? And there are times when he's like changing him to like focus, and he's there with him, right? But he wants him to like really like focus on the force, and that's what your goal and objective is to do. Okay, and even with what's her name, Rhea, in that one, when Luke is teaching her, like he encourages her to like go into that cave like by herself and like face Darth Vader by herself. Like, there are these moments when like these two Jedis that are learning to become Jedis are like on their own adventure, on their own walk, on their own journey. Okay, so this is like independence, okay? Because sometimes codependency can lead to mental illness and is a sign of mental illness. Okay, I'm not going to get into that because that's like too left field right now, but basically the walk is meant for you to just walk alone. You're not alone in a sense, right? Because you're channeling your inner Yoda, right? Right? You know, you're outside in nature. You know, the birds are chirping, the butterflies are fluttering around, the bumblebees are buzzing on the flowers. So you're not alone, but you're just learning how to be independent. And going on a walk by yourself is like the first step in that. And also, being open to creativity, you know, the creativity of nature, you know, getting inspired by the trees and the flowers and the birds, and all of this bringing in like channeling your inner like creative artist per se. Maybe you're not an art person, but that's not important. What's important is that you are opening yourself to being inspired, basically. Letting inspiration of how you can achieve your goals and your dreams and your desires, all of those things, how they can all come together. Okay? And if you practice this every single day, or almost every single day, or as much as you frequently can, just going for a walk, you will be successful. Okay? Because the main objective is for us as people to be healthy and to be happy and to achieve all of our dreams, right? And that's what we all want out of life. So if we start by just taking one simple walk a day outside, we can get there. Alrighty. So moving forward to number 3, set up your own little corner of space at home. So I recommend getting like a little desk, or like maybe just like even like a little fold up table or something like that, and setting it preferably by like an open window, a window that can open. Hopefully your window's open, to let in the natural light, to let in the natural air, and setting up this like little desk, for instance, you know, and putting your own little knickknacks on there, like candles. You know, if you go into one of those like little like witchy shops, for instance, okay, if you go into one of those and they have like these little like cute little statues, you know, sometimes they'll have like little mermaids or fairies or dragons, or even like a Buddha shop or something like that, and you can find all these like little different cute little knickknacks and different, you know, statues and things that artists have like beautifully crafted for your own personal decorations, you know, and things like that, and all this wonderful decor and things. And you just set up your little corner of the world, basically. So this is like your little corner of space in the world. This is your own space. Like nobody can, you know, bother you in this little space. Like, you know, nobody can mess up your little space. If you have kids like I do, you know, my 1-year-old, she loves, you know, playing with my little knickknacks and throwing my tarot cards all over the floor or whatever, you know, but I mean, it happens, right? So it's okay. So like the key is just to like, you know, everything always happens for a reason, right? And you get to just design it all over again. If you like going to like let's see, like Joanne Fabrics, Michaels, Marshalls, all those places, and you want to get like, you know, some flowers, some fake flowers, or like some like pick out like a really nice piece of material with like your own unique design on it, and you like put it over the desk, and then like, you know, you have your little knickknacks on there, you got your little like crystal ball, your gems, your crystals, things like that. You can get inspired, like if you go on YouTube and look up like tarot card readers and stuff like that, they all have like their little like desks or tables or whatever, like they're all like designed a certain way. You can get inspiration from how they've designed their little corners of the world, and you can do like fun things like that. So yeah, so it's important. The reason you're to do this, the main reason for all of this, is because it's important for you to feel like you have your own little space in the world. Okay, especially if you like live with other people, even if you live by yourself. Like especially if you live with other people, it can be kind of hard to like have like your own little thing. If you have roommates, if you have kids, if you have a partner, and like, you know, things get shared, things get moved around quite a bit. So it's important. It's really important for you to have your own little corner, little corner there. All right. So that is number 3. Also, you can get those like waterfall, like those little miniature waterfalls, or like the little sand that you like rake the sand or something like that, or cute little things to get. Okay, so here we go. Number 4, create a fun, vibrant place for yourself, for your mind to explore. So this is kind of like everything I just explained, basically. You can put artwork. There's a lot of really awesome artists out there. I just published my first digital art creation on Voice. If you want to check it out, it's on auction for $20. My username is Digital Tulip, and I just made a collage called the Goddess Collage. So if you're interested, it's on auction for $20, and you can download it, use it as like a screensaver, print it out, whatever you want to do there. But basically, like, you know, it's important to really just have this place like your own unique creation. If you have favorite flowers, if you have favorite candle scents, you know, getting things like that. Plus, buying these things, it does to go to another person out there in the world who is using this money to pay their bills. So, you know, you're sharing, is caring, like everything is all connected. So if you buy an artist's work, or you know, go on Etsy and buy like some really cute like fairy artwork or creation, like I know there's artists that make fairy wands, there's artists that make dream catchers, there's artists that do digital artwork. There's all kinds of things. And like if you go out there and you look and you buy these things, you're not just helping yourself like brighten up your little space in the world, your little corner in the world, but you're also helping somebody else buy food for their kids, or put money in their gas tank so they can get to work or whatever. And you're also helping them because they love to create art, but they can't, nothing's free, right? So you giving them money to create the art in the first place is a win-win for both of you guys. So just try to think of it like that way. If you're not an artist per se, you could be supporting other artists. So that's something to think about. And then we have number 5, join groups. Okay, so I know not everybody uses social media. I know not everybody is necessarily you know, extrovert type of person. There are introverts and there are extroverts, and there are some people who are kind of like somewhere like in between there. However, though, like joining groups is like so important for mental health, because you're making friends, which is really good for you. It definitely boosts your morale when you like have new friends. It's somebody for you to talk to. It's somebody who can be leaning on you. You can lean on for support. And there's like a lot of other things too that come with friendships and joining groups. You're finding your own tribe. You're learning new skills. You're sharing your skills. Okay, so there's all these different benefits to joining groups. It's great that there are groups that you can go to like outside of your home if you're ready for that. If you're not ready for that, then you can join groups that are online. There's different ways. There's so many resources out there that there's plenty of resources for everyone to be able to join the group that they like, right? And in the setting that makes them feel comfortable. So trauma is different for everyone, and I want to bring this to a point when it comes to joining groups is because I don't think, like, sometimes you can join a group, right? Like, for instance, I joined a group that was like women writers, right? And so I was like, oh my god, this is so cool. Like, I'm a writer, I'm a woman who loves to write, I'm gonna join this group. But then I made a post about this movie that um, like, it's a really good movie. And so basically I shared like the trail, like an interview with the director, who is a woman for this movie, and the writer. And my post was like not allowed because it was like too promotional. And I was like, this whole group is main objective is to promote women writers, and I'm literally doing that, and I'm like being told I'm not allowed to do that. So that group obviously wasn't for me, right? So there's going to be times when you join a group and it's not like everything that you thought it was going to be. But you know what? Instead of like getting mad about it, or like, taking it in a negative way, like, there's a positive way to look at this. Like, now the universe is like basically telling you like you're ready to start like your own group, and that's kind of like the message that I took from that. So you might join a group and it might be going really well for a while, and you are having like a really good time, you're making friends, you're sharing your things, and then all of a sudden one day, like, you just get hit with like some negative vibes, right? Well, that's just a sign that it's like time for you to move on. Like, you've graduated past this phase and now it's time to start your own group, right? And that's exactly what I did. So I started my own group called Moms Who Support Writers, where you can post about interviews, like women who made movies, and you found this interview, like, you can post that, So like, there's different things, okay, out there. There's different groups out there for everybody, and it's good to like meet other people and like focus on positive things to help you. I have my page, Single Mother Studios, which is linked to my support group for single mothers on my page on Facebook. I have my Moms Who Support Writers page. I have my stay-at-home moms Facebook group page. That one I'm not the creator of that group. I'm not the administrator either. And I will warn you, sometimes there are posts on there that I don't think like they are like trigger warning posts. So if you're not ready for that in your life, you can't like, you don't want to subject yourself to like any really like sad stories and things like that people share on there sometimes, then don't do yourself a favor. No, do yourself a favor and wait on that one. But sometimes you can like share, like, if you're having a bad day on there, you can share about you having a bad day. You can share about your your traumatic experience if you're ready for that. If you're not ready for it, you don't have to. But I'm just letting you know that there are other moms out there that do. So you're not alone. I'm just letting you know you're not alone. Okay, that's all I'm doing. And So basically, with the absence of physical interactions and feeling isolation, you can sometimes start to lose yourself. So it's a good idea to join groups and meet new people who share your ideas, interests, or even have similar lifestyles to you. All right, so that's my little tip number 5 for mental health awareness. 6, hobbies. I love this one. Look at this video. This person's having a blast. So obviously this person loves to dance and loves fire. So, you know, dancing is a hobby. Um, Painting, I like this one a lot because it's like a mom and daughter painting together. Reminds me of my daughter and me. My daughter loves painting, so doing some fun activities with your kids is always great. Plus, it's also really therapeutic. Painting is so therapeutic. Singing, again, so therapeutic. It's been proven that singing releases endorphins, which makes you happier. So even if you're singing a sad song, it's literally releasing the feeling of happiness into your brain. So it's like curing you as you sing. I love this one too. Little kid out in nature, going for nature walks with your kids. I love taking my daughter out on nature walks with me. Both my daughters, when I can get both of them outside, they love it. Sometimes it's just me and the younger one. And then dancing, of course. Dancing is just, getting physical activity, releasing energy, de-stressing, all these things. So if you don't already have a hobby, try one of these hobbies. There's painting, singing, dancing. Going on nature walks is a hobby, okay? Which can lead to, fishing, or can lead to collecting flowers or stones or seashells or leaves, or I don't know, taking pictures. I don't know, whatever it is that you find yourself inspired to do. And that's the whole point of hobbies. And then we have 7, which is explore. Explore, explore, explore. Exploring, trying new things. If you have never, done roller skating before, go roller skating, bowling, swimming, hiking. There's so many. This kind of goes hand in hand with hobbies, but this is a little bit more of just trying new things, just going for walks and exploring a new place to eat, like trying out a new restaurant. What else? I don't know. There's so many. Gardening, cooking is another one. Baking and cooking. All right, you get the point. Basically, there's a lot of different exploring to do out there, hobbies to learn, playing an instrument, sewing, makeup artist, stuff like that, costume designing. I don't know, there's so many. So there's a whole bunch of treasure chest full of exploring to do. Okay? This whole adventure. There's another one. Treasure finding, treasure seeking. Maybe you're one of those people that wants to look for lost treasure or something. I know one day I'm going to get to it. One day I'm definitely going to go on an actual treasure hunt just for the fun of it. Just for the experience. Okay? Alrighty. Now time to take a break. So, yeah. It's important that when you are following steps to recovery, following steps towards taking care of yourself again, making sure that you are doing things that are healthy for you, it's important that you take a break. I don't mean take a break from taking care of yourself. I mean taking a break so you can take care of yourself. So in other words, if you've already gone for your nature walk, if you've already gone to the restaurant and tried a new food, if you've already, bought a new instrument to learn how to play, and you've already done these things, and now you're probably tired, right? Because you went for a walk, you went and tried a new restaurant, you joined a group, and you bought a new instrument to try and play, right? So now it's just time to take a break. Just time to relax, just time to unwind, time to Netflix and chill, get a glass of wine, get like a Panera strawberry chiller mint drink or whatever it's called. um, you know, Sit back, just relax, see how the rest of the day unfolds. There's a lot of new shows on streaming platforms. I don't know how else to say that because there's so many streaming platforms. There's Netflix, there's Hulu, there's HBO Max, there's Showtime, there's Stars, there's Epix, there's Amazon Studios, there's regular cable. Like, there's so many. So some of my favorite shows, just to name a few, uh, well, I'm really looking forward to the prequel of Game of Thrones. I hear that's coming out in July. Um, also, let's see. What show do I really like that I just started? I like The First Lady. Um, that's a really good one. That is got three main characters. We have um, Michelle Obama, Eleanor Roosevelt, and then, yes, I'm going to look it up right now because I want to get it right. So it's on Showtime. Betty Ford. Okay, so Betty Ford is played by Michelle Pfeiffer. Then we have Viola Davis, and she plays Michelle Obama, and Gillian Anderson plays Eleanor Roosevelt. So, yeah, got a great, like, Trinity cast there. You got a triple moon goddess cast right there. Three amazing actors, like, just like playing three amazing women. And I didn't know that much. Like, I followed Michelle Obama. I When I was a kid, Eleanor Roosevelt was like one of the women that I was like inspired by. I had like a notebook that literally had a quote on her from her on it that like definitely helped me. Anyways, okay. And then we have um Betty Ford, which I didn't know a lot about her, but like learning a lot about her and her incredible journey, and stuff like that. So that's one show I definitely recommend, is The First Lady on Showtime. And um, let's see what the show I was watching last night was called Night Sky. That's very interesting show to watch if you're into extraterrestrials. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Don't want to give away any hints on that. And I'm a huge SNL fan. Like, I like the older cast from like the early 2015 era. um, but there's one cast member on there I really like, that just got her own show. I'm looking it up for you. It's also on Showtime, and I love that for you. And it's so hilarious. and it has Molly Shannon, SNL legend. Um, I like her a lot. She is so hilarious. And Vanessa Bayer also. So both those two women are just like comedic geniuses, I swear. So, check out those shows if you're looking for something that has like a great female cast with really strong women leads. One comedy, one drama for you. Um, so yeah, so it's important to take a break and just start binge watching, right? And then number 9, we have journaling. So ever since I was probably in like 7th grade, I want to say, um, like I had this English teacher that was like really inspirational, and like we had to journal in class, but I loved it, and I have always done journaling. I've taken breaks in my life, don't get me wrong. um, but always got to come back to the journaling, really, honestly. It's so important to like write your feels out. It's important to like get those feelings out on paper and to just like write about how you're feeling, basically. Basically, okay. And then I just got this picture of a young woman on a swing because uh, I don't know. I just find it so inspirational. Plus, I really want to get a tattoo of like me on a swing with my two daughters, like a little sketch figure drawing. Nothing too fancy. But I don't know. Swings, they make you feel like you're soaring through the sky, right? Flying high, right? They give you that feeling of like freedom and just air in your face, wind blowing, right? Closest feeling to flying, right? So journaling is kind of like that, you're like feeling free, free to write whatever you want to write about. If you're angry, write out your anger and your frustrations. If you're feeling happy, write about your happy successes. And then you can um, and then you can always sorry. And then you can always come back to that later on and everything. Um, so yeah, journaling, woohoo! And then, of course, number 10, right, is be kind to yourself. Okay. Put some rainbows on there. Um, Rainbows are awesome. Um, you can be kind to yourself by loving yourself, parenting yourself, loving your inner child, respecting yourself, and most of all, trusting yourself. So just open yourself to that. Open your heart and your mind and your soul to the possibility of being kind to yourself, respecting yourself. Parenting yourself is kind of like, just like, what would your, like, if you don't have parents, okay? Like, I don't have parents. But if you're like me and you don't have parents, sometimes you just have to like parent yourself, right? So, what would your like dream mom or your dream dad, right? What would they say to you? So, I know like my dream mom, for instance, would be like, "You got this, Priscilla. You're amazing, you're creative, you're wonderful. I love you so much. Like, you're going to like do everything you ever wanted in life. Yeah, you're gonna get to go to Disney World someday." Still haven't been, so if there's anybody out there that wants to like, you know, hook a girl up, let me know. I'm just kidding. But anyways, so parenting yourself, loving your inner child, go back to like that time in your life when you were a child, and like, you would be nice to yourself, right? You want to be nice to yourself. You be nice to a child, right? And, I know you're technically an adult and you have all these like adult responsibilities and things like that. But sometimes it's good to just like sit back, relax, like, get a box of candy, like watch like a funny cartoon movie or something like that, and just kind of like get back to that place where you're like, you know, um,
de-stressing from other things in life. Respecting yourself, and most of all, trusting yourself. Always trust yourself no matter what. Know that you have limits, right? But also know that you are capable of accomplishing what you want to accomplish, and not treating your body poorly, like not like putting yourself in harm's way, basically. Okay? And then if you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. If you enjoyed watching this video, please like and subscribe. And I look forward to hearing your questions and hearing your questions. I look forward to reading your questions. There we go. So I look forward to reading your questions and sharing more of my stuff with you later in the future. So love and light always, and have a wonderful, amazing day. Thanks for watching.